Hey guys, so today what we're going to be working on is transformations. So I'm going to go ahead and write the definition down for transformations. You should go ahead and write it down in your Google document or your module book. So the definition for transformations is a process of change, okay? So a process of change could be like, as they use in mathematics, as like a caterpillar. So in caterpillar, you already know a caterpillar goes from a caterpillar to a butterfly, which you've probably already learned in science. Well, in mathematics, transformations is based on like shapes and how shapes can transform from the original function to a parent function. So there's actually two types of transformations. There is a vertical transformation, and there's also a horizontal transformation, okay? And each one has a stretch and a shrink. Stretch and a shrink, okay? And we're going to talk more about that when we start writing your notes, okay? So I want you to stop right now in the video and actually review your notes on horizontal and vertical translations, which is this. Just stop and look at it. Take about a minute to look at it, okay? And then we'll come back. All right. So now let's go into the types of transformations. So the first transformation is a vertical stretch, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and tell you for a vertical stretch, it's going to get more narrow. So we're still using the same original function. And then right now they already have it in your parent function, which let's rewrite it again. G of x equals 4x squared. So it's multiplying, okay? The 4's are coefficient. So let's actually hop onto Desmo so you can see what it's going to look like when it goes from original function to the parent function. So I'm hopping onto Desmos now. So f of x equals x squared, okay? So that's my original. Then I'm going to have g of x equals 4x squared. So now this is my parent function. So do we see the difference between my original and my parent function? So my parent function, if you notice, it's getting closer to the x-axis. I'm sorry, the y-axis or the x-axis. It's actually getting closer to the y-axis. Do you see that? Okay. So let's actually write that in our notes. So it's getting closer. So we're going to say the graph is getting closer to the y-axis. It's stretching, okay? It's stretching. It's getting more narrow, okay? So it would be like this. Okay, that's a narrow graph, okay? Now the vertical shrink. Vertical shrink, it's going to be getting wider. So let's go ahead and write wider, okay? And we're still using that same original function. Let's go ahead and rewrite our parent function. G of x equals 1/4 x squared, okay? Now let's hop onto Desmos and look at that, okay? So I still have my parent function of 4x squared, so let's keep that on there. And then I have g of x equals 1/4 now. So 1/4 times x squared. Whoa. So what do you notice? Is the green graph, which is our new parent function, is it getting closer to the x-axis or to the y-axis? Okay, and if you said the x-axis, that is correct. It is getting closer to the x-axis. It's vertically shrinking. Meaning like it's shrinking away from the y-axis, okay? That's why it's called a shrink. So we would say the graph is getting closer to the x-axis. Okay? Now that's my vertical stretch and my vertical shrink. I am going to go ahead and tell you, you are going to see mostly transformations of vertical stretch and vertical shrink, but I'm going to show you horizontal stretch and horizontal shrink so you are aware of like what that would look like. Okay? So horizontal stretch is still the same thing. It's going to get more narrow. So let's go ahead and write narrower. Okay? Oh, and I forgot to draw my little wider. So remember, wider, it's going to be more, it's going to shrink. Okay? So narrow, if you notice here, we're still using that same original function, but notice how like the parent function that we've had from previous, it's inside the parentheses, meaning we have to substitute it into the original function. So my parent function would be g of x equals parentheses 4x squared parentheses to the power of 2. Do you see how we substitute? Okay, so let's actually look at that graph. Whoops, sorry guys. So sorry. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at Desmos. So let's go ahead and write g of x equals parentheses 4x squared parentheses to the power of 2. So look at the purple graph. I want you to stop and notice here. Yes, it's getting more narrow because we know from the blue one that was narrow, but now it's getting more narrower. So meaning it's getting closer to the y-axis. Do you see that? So we're going to go ahead and write that in our notes. So it's just getting more closer to the y-axis still. So just write that. The graph is getting more closer to y-axis. Okay? Let's go ahead and do vertical shrink. Okay? Vertical shrink. Okay. Vertical shrink is going to, again, it's going to be wider. And so this time, as you can see, it's in the parentheses. So it's going to be g of x equals parentheses 1/4 x squared parentheses to the power of 2. So again, I'm going to hop onto Desmos so we can look at that. So I'm keeping all these graphs so you can see that whole picture. So g of x equals parentheses 1/4 x squared parentheses to the power of 2. So all of it to the power of 2. Okay, now look at the black graph. What do you notice right here? It's kind of bending, right? So what is it getting closer to? Is it getting closer to the y-axis or to the x-axis? Right, it's getting closer to the x-axis. It looks like it's about to be flat to the x-axis. So let's go ahead and write that in our notes. Let's write the graph is getting more closer to the x-axis. So the graph is getting more closer to x-axis. Okay? All right. So let's actually look at examples. Okay? So let's look at example 2 here. So this is where you're going to actually see like the vertex like being manipulated kind of, but not really, but you're trying to see the translations and the transformations of the graph. So here, guys, it's saying the graph f of x equals parentheses x minus 1 parentheses to the power of 2 minus 1 is shown on the coordinate graph to the right. So here, we should already know if it's going x minus 1 to the power of 2, is it going to shift to the left or to the right? Look at the graph. It shifted to the right 1. Do you see that? Then it went down 1. Do we see that? Okay. So I want you to explain to me what happened from the original function. They're already saying that this is the original function, but I want you to go a little deeper. Because before it was this, it had the original OG here, x squared. Okay, I want you to explain that. Stop and explain. All right. So now the coordinate grid to the right. So it wants you to graph the function 4 times the original function, then identify the transformation which produces the function g from f. Okay, so you can use your graphing calculator, but I'm going to show you a way where you can just do what you got to do. Okay, so here we know that g of x, it's going to be 4 times, now you're going to draw brackets here because we got to put this in, parentheses x minus 1 to the power of 2 minus 1, bracket. Okay, now you guys can do this in the graphic calculator, but I'm going to do it the way where you actually can do it without it. So if you notice here, guys, I'm going to have to actually simplify this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and draw my little area model and do x minus 1 times x minus 1, okay? Negative 1 times x is negative x. X times x is x squared. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Negative 1 times x is negative x. Put them all together. This is x squared. This is negative 2x. This is positive 1. So then I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it. G of x equals 4, bracket, put all these together, x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus 1. Okay, I can go ahead and start simplifying. So positive 1 minus 1 should be what, guys? Should be 0. So now it's going to be g of x equals 4, bracket, x squared, so remember that 0, minus 2x. So now I have to actually multiply. I have to distribute. Use distributive property here. So 4 times x squared would be 4x squared. 4 times negative 2x would be negative 8x. So g of x. So I want you to think about this. Right here, because you see that 4 next to that x squared, what do you think it's going to get now? Is it going to get to a vertical stretch or to a vertical shrink? It should be getting more narrow. So we're going to go ahead and write it's going to get narrow. Okay? So let's actually hop onto Desmos so you can see that effect. Okay? So let's go ahead and hop onto Desmos, and that could be your graph, okay? Because I know some of you probably can't graph on your Google document, but let's go ahead and hop onto Desmos, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and exit out all of these graphs. Let's write my original, which is f of x equals, now the original was parentheses x minus 1, parentheses square, minus 1. Okay, that was the original. That should have been on your Google document. Now let's write the new one. G of x equals 4x squared minus 8x. Whoa. So what's happening? It did get more narrow. It did. Now it is getting more narrow, but I want you to realize something. Do they have the same vertex? They don't have the same vertex, but do they have the same axis of symmetry? Yes, they do, because remember, the axis of symmetry is at x value. It's 1. So they have the same axis of symmetry, but not the same vertex, okay? So I want you to go ahead and try to do some practices on your own, okay? All right, that's the end.